Chairman. Welcome to all of you and your friends and families. Congratulations on your nominations. In addressing the fitness to serve of nominees who come before any of the 5 committees on which I sit, I ask the following 2 initial questions, and we'll just go right down the line with Judge Bosara. Since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
Have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement related to this kind of conduct?
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
No, Senator.
Judge Bosara, I think it's very important for our judiciary to reflect the diversity of the people who live in our country. And would you agree with that, that it is important that our judiciary reflect the kind of diversity of people in our country, and why?
I think a diverse judiciary, diverse judicial staff helps instill confidence in the people who come before the court that the process is fair and equal and open to everyone.
And at the same time, I would think for all of you that it is very important that our judges approach each case with an idea of being fair and objective and applying the applicable precedent. Do you agree that that is what we would want our judges to do?
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
Yes, Senator.
I was very taken with the fact, Mr. Schulte, that you are a poet. And I have some of your poems, in fact, that my staff gave to me. And I consider poetry to be a creative endeavor. In fact, I think for all of us, I continuously encourage my staff, and it applies to myself, to be creative and to go to refer to the arts as a way to maintain a certain equilibrium. Is that what poetry does for you? I mean, in fact, what does poetry do for you?
It does, Senator. That's what poetry does for me. I was taken with poetry at a very young age, and recently had some published for the first time in my life. But I take great interest in poetry. It relaxes me. I believe it stimulates my mind. I'm an amateur poet, to be crystal clear. I'm an amateur poet, but I'm a big fan of the great American poets, Mary Oliver, Ted Kooser, former poet laureate of the United States, and Jim Harrison.
Do you have a favorite poet?
It would probably be Mary Oliver, Senator. She would be my favorite poet.
Oh, I came across her kind of recently. So, okay, let me keep up that work. In fact, at a time when we are facing so many challenges, I believe that really paying attention to the right brain creative aspects of our beings, which we all have, I think that really helps us to deal with the fast-changing world. Judge Coggins, thank you for talking about some of the juvenile cases that you have confronted. And I think that you referred to your court as a juvenile, I'm sorry, what was it? Is that a special kind of court that you sit on?
That is correct.
Trauma response court. I had never heard of a court like that. And so you get all of the trauma cases that involve juveniles?
That's correct. And so I sit over the Juvenile Trauma Response Court, which is juveniles who have had significant trauma. They are often in both courts, the delinquency court and the dependency court, and there is a robust treatment team for those juveniles, as well as the juveniles that appear in my commercially sexually exploited children calendar as well, in the juvenile delinquency calendar.
So you deal with some of the most challenging, emotionally charged cases.
I believe that's true for all of the juvenile court judges, but my docket is specialized in significant trauma.
So do you think that other states should have, I had not heard of a trauma court, do you think other states should have this kind of specialized court?
Other states do have the specialized courts. They're considered as collaborative courts. Other states also have mental health courts for juveniles, as well as substance use treatment courts for juveniles. All are very important because these juveniles are at risk, and we want to ensure that they receive the appropriate treatment and rehabilitation so they can be upstanding citizens and ensure the safety of our community.
Thank you for that explanation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hirono.